Joining me now, Florida Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna. Congresswoman, I want to start with this because, we had horrific hurricanes, natural disasters in Hawaii. You had, the people of Lahaina. You still feel for them. You saw what happened with the devastation with the hurricanes. But now they announced they're spending another $1.25 billion and sending it to Ukraine. What are your thoughts?
Jason, it just goes to show how tone deaf this administration is. I was one of the impacted communities here in Pinellas County. We had 13 people die. And when the American people and when Pinellas County residents found out that our own FEMA dollars weren't just going, to illegal immigrants, but then they're finding out that this administration wanted to even just recently pass in the CR funding to go to Egypt, to Ukraine, and every other country but America. I just think that it goes to show that they aren't in touch. They aren't working on behalf of the American people. And frankly, Jason, it's insulting as an American that we pay so much in taxes, and this is what they're choosing to do with it.
Congresswoman Sam Stein of The Bulwark had a theory about Biden's last moves on the Ukraine-Russia conflict. Have a look at this. I want to get your reaction.
The outgoing Biden administration pumping weapons into Ukraine and also weighing the possibility of additional energy sanctions to weaken Russia even further. Trump could undo all this, of course, but that would be a fairly politically precarious step to take right out of the gate.
What are your thoughts on what he just said there?
I will say first and foremost, and you would know this of all people, being on oversight, that we actually saw direct evidence that the Biden family was actually profiteering from Ukraine, money going into their bank accounts, and then you see what they're doing on their last-ditch effort on the way out. The fact is that for months we've been hearing from our friends in the Senate that the Biden administration was trying to run the traps to prevent President Trump from having an aggressive foreign policy that would pursue peace, especially in that region. But again, I think that one of the things that the American people have to remember is even though there are going to be obstructionist bureaucrats in Washington, that President Trump in this incoming administration is absolutely going to be the correct people ahead of these departments to flush out all of the people that would be obstructionists. And frankly, if they don't want to play ball, they're fired.
Yeah, the oversight of that is going to be massive, and it needs to be across the board. Now, Politico did a recent analysis of Biden's biggest expenditures and found that Congress provided, get this, $1.1 trillion, $1.1 trillion for Biden's biggest climate, clean energy, and infrastructure programs. More than half of that spending, at least $561 billion, has yet to be obligated and not yet available for agencies to spend. This seems like a huge opportunity to claw back literally hundreds of billions of dollars.
Yes, and it's an opportunity that Congress needs to take, especially being that we have not just the House, but the Senate and now the White House. There's something that we have in our legislative toolkit called rescissions where we can do that. But also, too, one of the first big tests, Jason, for the Republican majority is going to be during first reconciliation and talking about what we can save in regards to money for the American people. This would be at the top of my list. I know that Speaker Johnson is probably going to have it at the top of his as well. And I just wanted to assure the American people that we have a very big test ahead of us, right? We want to ensure that President Trump has a clear runway as soon as he gets into office. And so that's going to be really key in bringing back money, saving it for the American people, and then also correcting the mistakes of past Congresses.
Yeah, no kidding. Congresswoman, Happy New Year. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.